So now that we have some idea how we can actually pull data from the cloud and read it, the next thing is we want to take that position array and then add some random values to it just to give a sort of noise function to the cloud. So in this case, we've got this jittery noise movement of the particles that's actually been created through a scripted event. So it's not all that impressive looking, but once you grasp the concept, you can push this into I guess some pretty interesting effects. So what we've done here is pretty much the same thing. We've got the position array variable defined, and we're just looping through each particle, the same as we'd done in the previous example. In this case, we made it a little more efficient. So we're saying for I equals 0 to inParticleCollection.count minus 1. So rather than defining the inParticleCollection.count as a variable, we can simply put it in the for loop and save some time there. So now we're just going through the XYZ component. So we're getting the position array 0, 1. So we're basically going through the X column for the first particle, and then we're going through the Y column for the first particle, and then the Z column. And we're simply taking that position array and adding a random value to it. So very simple, just plus random in brackets. That just computes a random value. And we're doing that for each XYZ axis, and then we do simple next. And then we simply take that position array variable that we created and push it back to the inParticleCollection position array. So simply pushing those new values to the particles. So if we play that back, that's the end result we get. So it's a little wonky looking, but if we take the random values, and we can basically add some transforms in here. So I can go minus 0.5. Minus 0.5 here on each axis and play that back. We can keep the particles in the same area, kind of hovering and jittering. So a very straightforward example, but if you continue on this kind of trend, there's some pretty interesting things you can do with scripted events. So that's a quick look at reading and then setting particle data through scripted events.